And welcome to MTG Grinders. This is David Lane. I'm here again with Lewis Adams, who's helping me with the commentary for our Friday Night Magic Modern. Say hi, Lewis.
Hi, Lewis. Didn't Tyler use that joke last week?
I think he might have, but that's life sometimes. So here we are, Game 1, Round 1, and we've got Bob on the left versus Joseph on the right. Now, before this modern tournament started, I was asked by a few people if they could borrow decks, and this is actually one of mine on the left that Bob's playing. And he started off with Swamp and Inquisition of Kozilek.
Now I'm seeing what looks like a Jace in that hand, but what's he taking? He's taking the... I didn't see the card that he took.
Oh, it's hidden well and truly behind the deck there, unfortunately.
But there is a Jace Beleren over in Joseph's hand.
So Bob is playing a deck of mine that revolves around Death Cloud, which isn't usually a card that is seen in Modern at all. But Joseph's come out here with a Gitaxian Probe.
Gitaxian Probe, a very, very popular... when it was in Standard, it was played in the Delver decks, and I believe it still gets played in Delver decks in Modern.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with young Pyromancer around.
Oh, yes. Those Phyrexian mana spells were pretty fun to play back in Standard, and they're fun to play in Modern as well.
And so we've got the dice at the bottom of the screen that you can see again. Hopefully they'll use it a little bit better than this week than they did last week. But we believe Joseph has taken 2 for that Gitaxian Probe.
And is that a tapped Watery Grave, I believe?
And a Duress for Bob's second turn here. Now, I'm in the process of moving the Duresses to Inquisitions, but just don't have them all, which is why there's only 1 Inquisition and 3 Duress in the deck at this point in time.
But you're going to be happy with the turn 1 discard, turn 2 discard opening?
Well, it certainly allows you to disrupt your opponent.
You get some good information.
And we also believe that Bob has mulliganed already before this match started. I tend to erase anything before mulligans just for viewer FYI, purely because then it takes me a hell of a lot less time to upload things to YouTube, so I can get matches to you quicker.
Also, this way we get right into the action.
So you can see a Damnation in Bob's hand.
Yep. Now it can be awkward having the double discard opener when you have been mulliganing. You can even if you're getting rid of some quality cards from the opponent, you can be down on card advantage.
Well, Bob's obviously missing a couple land drops here, and the Death Cloud deck is mana heavy. As you can see, there's 2 Death Clouds, there's a Damnation, I think there was a Solemn in there.
Yeah, so he really wants to get to 4 mana, but it's just not happening. And so far, all that's really been going on here is looking at each other's hands. It's a very, very exciting match.
We're riveted.
Let's hope something can happen pretty soon.
So do we have any idea here, Lewis, what Joseph is playing at this point in time? Because all he's really done is cast Gitaxians.
It looks like some sort of control list, just based on the fact that it plays Jace with card advantage. Could be a combo deck. I actually have no idea what he's playing, but I like the look of it because it doesn't look like a typical Modern deck.
I think you just like the look of it because it's got blue in it.
I think that is part of the reason, yes. I just hope he's running Treasure Cruise.
Obviously things are not going well for Bob here with continuously not hitting land drops. Although he's found the Boju, who shelters all, actually comes into play tapped, I believe.
The Boseiju, yes. Although Bob has played it face up, untapped, if it is a Boseiju. Yes, it is, yep.
We've just brought it up here on our Gatherer. Boseiju, who shelters all, enters the battlefield tapped, and he can pay 2 life to add 1 to his mana pool.
and if an instant or sorcery spell is cast with that 1 mana, then it can't be counted.
Now the reason that is in the deck is because casting Death Cloud is so key to the actual deck, and there is a lot of land search in there, so you can go find it. I just found that against blue control decks in particular, you needed to get that Death Cloud off, and if you could, the game was certainly in your favour from there.
Now, what's that Joseph has just played?
Can't quite make it out.
But it's dead, whatever it is.
It doesn't really matter. It's an Abrupt Decay, and Joseph is looking at his hand at possibly a remand or something like that, and realises that he can't actually remand that, but he's going to Path to Exile his own creature. Is that right? Path to Exile?
Oh, okay. Is he? Is that a pack rat that he played? No.
Ah. All right. So he made a pack rat there.
Not 100%. Not knowing what the card is, I'm not actually 100% what happened just now. But what's he doing now? He's having a gander at the opposing hand.
I think he's casting his own Inquisition there.
That he is. Now there's a lot of.
If it is an Inquisition, though, it's
Death Cloud, I believe.
Well, it has to be Death Cloud because it's the only thing that costs 3 or less. I thought Bob was going to
maybe that is a zombie token. In that case, I'm not actually 100% sure what the card was that produced that token, because
and having a good look at Bob's hand, we all know that he can't get anywhere without that 4th land.
Yeah, I believe he is hoping it's a black source.
Well, either way, doesn't matter what it is, he could cast the Solemn and start ramping up from there. But no, he's just drawn another Death Cloud, and I reckon this game is going to be over relatively quickly, to be completely honest.
And he can't even if you want, he can't even cast anything in his hand. Even if he wants to Death Cloud to 0 just to play around, he can't even do that.
Bob's passing style is very nice, though. The flick of the finger.
Looks like he's showing his hand to someone off camera. Probably to discuss how amazing it is. That's Liliana Vess that has been drawn since the last time we've really seen his hand.
We're really hoping Bob gets his 4th land here and so he can at least throw off a Damnation.
And if it's not a black source, so he can at least block with a Solemn. But it looks like it's just not happening for Bob in this game.
I think we'll see a concede very shortly, depending on what this card is.
Oof.
Another Death Cloud, and there's the concede. On to game 2. Obviously.